Let me get Representative Spanberger to weigh in on the coronavirus controversy, the uproar that's developed right now, the deep concern not only here in the United States, but certainly around the world. What are your concerns about the way the president and the administration is handling this crisis?
Well, I serve on the Foreign Affairs Committee, as you mentioned, and we've had now 2 hearings in our subcommittee focused on the coronavirus. We've heard from epidemiologists. We've heard from Ron Klain, who headed up the U.S.'s reaction and handling of the Ebola virus. Just yesterday, we had another hearing with the director of CDC, Dr. Redfield, and leadership within the State Department. So we've had a broad group of witnesses come before our committee to talk about what we are seeing, how we should be reacting. And it is a priority that we have a singular point person who is driving U.S. Engagement on this issue. This is a global public health crisis. Other countries are engaged. It's an issue of diplomacy. It's an issue of public health. And we need someone who is leading the charge on this. I do find it difficult that we, in the president's decision to put the vice president in charge of this, the vice president is engaged as a vice president. This is a 24/7 job, and I would have preferred that there be someone appointed to this position to focus on coordinating our engagement and our outreach and our response, and frankly, communication to the American people. What we've heard in my office, I represent Central Virginia, is we're hearing from constituents who just don't know what to do, and they're scared, and we, representatives and the administration, need to be able to communicate clearly and succinctly that we are united in our efforts to deal with this virus, that the United States will do everything necessary to contain this disease and to ensure that our people can be safe. But that starts with being realistic about the threat. And when we hear on the news one person saying that this is what the threat is, and then we hear contradictory evidence, that makes it very, very difficult. And I'd like to see better communication and a unified message.
Strong views. We got to go, unfortunately. But thank you so much for joining us, Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. Much more news right after this.